Here we go, here we go, here we go. Saturday, January 17, 2026. Weekend news, wind down. A lot going on this week, Martin Luther King. Weekend. We got some NFL football. We got some tariffs on. We got a lot of good news. But it was bad news for Verizon and their customers this week. Americans all across the country had these outages. Had a poor signal. In fact, it was so bad even Iran had better signal than us. Verizon, to compensate, gave out $20 credits. Iran gave out no hangings. In fact, Trump decided against bombing Iran. He just went with broadcasting the Golden Globes and all the jokes that bombed. On the local front in New York City, nurses on strike this week. Go get what's yours, nurses. Tough job. Mucho trabajo, poco dinero. Tough taking care of all these New York Jets, Giants, all New York sports loser fans. Their hearts are all broken all year long. Tough job, tough work. Tough work for the nurses. New York sports going through difficult times. Buffalo Bills went down today. They took a loss. It's like Denmark's the equivalent of a New York sports team. Losing Denmark. Let's go. Weekend news wind down. Big show this weekend. Long weekend. Is all the way It's all the way live. Live, 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 live. LIV. Let's get right to the heart of it. Let's get to the news. Let's get to the news. Let's get right to it. Oh, there it is. There's the signal. Here we go. Let's get right to it. Trump telling European allies,
"You're fired."
Getting another 10% tariffs. We want Greenland.
You're fired. You're fired.
Let's see why it matters. What's the hubbub about all that ice? Here's why Greenland matters to the U.S. defense. In 7 maps. I just wonder why this wasn't taught to us in schools. It's like, what the heck? What the heck? See what it is. Let's see what Greenland's all about. President Trump says the U.S. must own it, or you're fired for national security. Let's see. Greenland. Wow, pretty big country. Man, like the North Pole. On most maps, indeed, Greenland appears remote and enormous. Okay, that's just the result of viewing the spherical Earth on a flat map. Viewed with accurate sizes, though, Greenland shrinks a bit and is clearly near North America and in the middle of NATO. Okay. Wow. Even so, Greenland is big. It's larger than California and Mexico, and almost 4 times as large as Texas. Dang, everything's even bigger in Greenland. Greenland also sits in a hugely strategic location between the North American and European parts of NATO, as we can see, between NATO and Russia, and at the eastern end of the Arctic. That is why the U.S. has repeatedly tried to buy the island for more than a century? Really? This shit is like news to me. Okay. NATO territory. Russia invaded Ukraine. NATO's increased air and sea patrols of the waters. Okay. So this EU gap. Okay. Greenland's just where the Atlantic meets the Arctic. Russian ships and submarines heading south from bases around the Arctic region pass through the waters between Greenland, Iceland, the UK, and Norway. All are NATO territories, so they're vital defensive points for the alliance. Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Okay. Greenland is also pivotal to NATO's air defenses, along with the shortest flight path between Moscow and DC, and an arc known as the Great Circle Distance. Greenland sits midway. It is NATO's front line across much of the Arctic. Gosh, why does this all seem new? How come we were never taught this in school? If Russia or China were to fire intercontinental If Russia or China were to fire intercontinental ballistic missiles, many would likely cross over Greenland. That's why the U.S. has a space force based on the island. Scanning the skies for potential attacks. The U.S. and NATO are considering adding more missile detection equipment on Greenland and nearby. Space Force. In theaters now. During the Cold War, the U.S. and allies had bases across Greenland. Forces there were on the lookout for Soviet ships and subs. Jersey Mike's, since they're ready to defend the island from invasion or attack. Today, the U.S. has about 150 troops, down from a peak of about 15,000. Okay, it looks like we had some airports, air bases. We had a radar. We had a couple of radios out there. We had some robot. We had robot penguins who fire missiles, fire laser beams from their beaks. Robot pelicans. Oh, geez. Here's Howard Rubin. He fell and rose again as a star trader in the 80s. He's now landed in charges that he trafficked and abused women. Howard Rubin. Howard, behave yourself. Florida's insurance reform, a lesson for New York. Florida man. Florida man's insurance reform lesson. America is the damn solar power, the only solar power. Solo power, not solar power. No green scams here in this country, damn it. Let's see. America is indeed the sole superpower again. Superpower. Congress in Russia. What's new in Trump, too? You're fired.
You're fired. You're fired.
How dare you even bring that up? How dare you say his name? Is the U.S. economy booming? Well, let's hear from James Freeman. I want to hear some good news, baby. I want to see how the U.S. economy is booming. Look at this. The workers look on as President Trump tours the Ford Company's River Rouge complex in Dearborn, Michigan. That's when he flipped that guy the bird. Look at this, baby. Consumers continue to spend. Borrowing, saving less. Retail sales rose. Sales up across categories at the beginning of last year's holiday seasons. Caution and pessimism, though. The pollsters, yet Americans are out there spending, baby. Get out there and spend, USA. Get out there and spend. Your country needs you. Your country needs you to spend. The U.S. blockade shuts off China. Oh my God, you are so cut off. Trump says Iran needs new leaders. The ones they have are just boring now. They're just boring. And the guy in charge, he's got to shave. I don't like the guy's beard. Uh-oh, this is serious here. Is Trump losing Joe Rogan? Is he? Is he? Or isn't he? Maybe. Or maybe he isn't. The standoff that has turned Minnesota into a tinderbox. Minnesota. It's Trump's economy. Uh-oh. The Wall Street Journal poll finds that voters are unhappy with Trump's economy. They're not happy with soaring electricity costs, now a hot political issue. The 2025 inflation numbers are finally in. They are in. Let's see those inflation numbers finally in. Video games are up, coffee's up, beef and veal's up, housing is up, furniture, vehicle up, Groceries up, apparel's up, new cars are up, gasoline, okay, and eggs finally down. Okay, finally coming. Look at that. The price of eggs finally coming down. Groceries up, beef. What's for dinner? Coffee. It's what's for breakfast. Wow. President Trump, poor guy, inherited a difficult task on prices, though. Jeez. Overall inflation hit a 40-year high of 9.1% in mid-22. Gosh, I wish Sleepy Joe was asleep on inflation. Consumer prices for video and video game rentals and subscriptions changed from a year earlier. Whoa. Damn. Go outside, guys. Look at this. Everything is up. Furniture's up, vehicle parts, new cars, apparel. Rents still remain stubbornly high. I want to play a song for you. I want to play a song for all of y'all. This is some editing I did. Roy Ayers. I think it's DJ Spinna remix of Roy Ayers' Holiday. I think it appropriate for this MLK weekend. So it's a little bit me cutting it up, hitting some buttons, remixing, editing. A very good speech. You can find it online. It's Martin Luther King giving a speech to a school, I think in the Philadelphia area, about having a blueprint for your life. Very positive words. We need to hear a lot more of that in our everyday discussions and public discourse. So here's a little holiday DJ Spinna vocal mix. Roy Ayers. DJ me. Remix, re-edit, all that good stuff. Yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, MLK, for the nice words. Thank you, MLK, for the nice words. DJ Spinner for the nice remix. Roy Ayers for the nice song. Oh, look, more AI. See what's happening with more AI. Claude. Claude, this is a French AI. Claude is taking the AI world by storm, and even non-nerds are blown away. Developers and hobbyists are comparing the viral moment for Anthropic Claude Jean-Claude Van Damme AI. Welcome back, me again. Despite its fast-like interface, Jean-Claude Van Damme is appealing even to non-engineers. Anthropic Claude Focus 4.5 used within Jean-Claude Van Damme is being hailed by engineers and non-engineers for its advanced capability in software development and other tasks. Claude's total web audience more than doubled in December compared with the previous year, and daily unique desktop visitor increased by 12% globally year to date compared with the prior month. The AI's ability to autonomously operate with broad access to user files and applications signals a potential shift toward more capable AI agents in various fields like martial arts or Jean-Claude Van Damme AI. Back, back to the news. How young traders use fake money to practice for the real thing. I hope those guys are working like in a store too. Learn some customer service. Super size CEO pay package aren't paying off for shareholders, but they're paying off for the CEOs. In defense of drinking alone. How well do you know preppy style and culture? Take the quiz. Take the quiz. And welcome, everybody. Welcome to Take That Quiz. From canonical novels to top drawer drooling to the roots of Ralph Lauren's empire, test your knowledge of all things prep. Probably not going to go too long with this. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's do it. First question. Which of the following is not a Preppy approved label? That's the question. Which of these? Which of these is not a Preppy approved label? Is it A, Lily Pulitzer, B, B. J Press, C. Versace, D. LLB. I'm gonna say Versace. Ah, yeah, that's good. Nice. The term preppy is used as a slur in which canonical prep novel? Second question. Is it A, The Catcher in the Rye, B, Love Story, C, A Separate Piece, D, The Great Gatsby? I repeat it again. The term preppy is used as a slur in which canonical prep novel? Ready for it? I am going to say A. Oh, B. Love Story. Oh, jeez. No good. Third question. What's the least preppy sport? Volleyball, rugby, lacrosse, or squash? Well, it's gotta be volleyball. Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. All right, we got another winner. All right. Which New York cool girl collaborated with G.H. Bass on a We Done design? Edie Sedgwick, Diane Brill, Chloe Sevigny, Deandra Medine Cohen. I'm going to say Chloe Sevigny. Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go. There we go. There's another one. Which shades of pink and green should be combined for optimum preppiness? That's what this guy's wearing here. Is it fuchsia and forest green? Baby pink and emerald? Hot pink and lime green? Cerise and chartreuse? I'm going to go B. Baby pink and emerald. Oh, no. It's hot pink and lime green. Oh, jeez. What is the origin? The sixth question. What is the origin of the term urban haute bourgeoisie? Is it Henry James' The Portrait of a Lady? Whit Stillman's Metropolitan? Patricia Highsmith's The Talented Mr. Ripley? Or D. Andy Warhol's The Philosophy of Indie World? I'm going to say Warhol. Oh, what's the shop? Oh, jeez. Oh, that's Ralph Lauren. What piece of clothing Ralph Lauren pictured above launched his brand with? Oh, I know this. Is it A, polo shirt, B, a tie, C, a blazer, D, a pocket square? I'm going to say B, tie. Yeah. He went around selling ties. What is the title of the Prepster's Bible? Is it the Prep Guidebook, the Handbook of Ivy Style, the Official Preppy Handbook, the Unofficial Handbook of Preppy? D? That's too easy, isn't it? Name the de rigueur preppy ring style. Is it A, signet ring, B, an engagement ring, D, a promise ring, D, a cocktail ring? Signet ring? Okay, I don't even know what that is. This picture looks like Epstein's, the front of Epstein's house. And the last question. Which is not a prep preferred boarding school for future masters of the universe? Is it Powhatan, Rosemary Hall, Phillips Academy Andover, St. Luke's Preparatory, or Phillips Exeter Academy? A? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know how the hell I got through all those questions. Well, well done. All right, some columns here. White collar workers shouldn't dismiss a blue collar career change. Or if you want to go preppy, maybe was it hot pink and emerald career change? The day the cell towers died. Trump wants to run the economy hot, so hot. There's a good chance he'll succeed. Or
you're fired.
Play another one of these MLK tunes here. I like this. This is a little remix and editing of the Curtis Mayfield record. I love it. Because it's hot in here. Doo-doo-wop. Hot in here. Strong in here. I think it's an Ashley Beetle remix. Here we go.
Scarcely myth of affection dwells in black and white the same. If I were so tall as to reach the pole, or to grasp the ocean at a span, I must be measured by my soul. The mind is the standard of the man. Finally in your life, friend, must be.
This is so good. Doodle Wop is so strong in here tonight. Weekend News Wind Down. It's hot here. Today, every Saturday. The Blueprint.
each of you is in each of you is in the process of building the structure.
Doo-doo. So strong in here.
Check your ears and hope that you're dreaming. This is all that I need. If these songs just allow me to breathe. My woman's
Nothing about you and me. I love that record. We just gotta keep it going though. Just gotta keep it going. We just gotta share some. Let's get to it. Let's get to the week's images on group chats. It's fun. All right. We asked the question before. Is Trump losing Joe Rogan? Or is Joe Rogan losing Trump? Iran's Crown Prince urges Trump to strike now to prevent more bloodshed. He's really only doing it thinking for the people. He doesn't want to be prince again. No. He's not thinking that at all. He wouldn't think of that. He's really just thinking about the people. There's no way he's thinking about coming to power again to be prince again. No. He wants America to bomb a country and regime change so he can go back in. There's RFK. Hello? 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 Yeah, that's me, Robert Kennedy. Yeah. In addition to Tylenol, yeah, and tuna fish. Cell phones aren't good for you either. I'm actually, this thing is really plastic. It's an old phone you give to kids. It's an old phone you give to kids because they want to use a phone, and then you give it to a kid to trick them. That's what I'm really on here. This doesn't work. Oh, Hunter Biden. Oh my God, so cool. Hanging out with all those ladies, making babies. Look at this guy. Hey, Elon. Elon, this guy's right up your alley. Elon, we miss you. We miss you so much. Elon, Hunter Biden's for you. Look, help him out. Help him raise his babies. Help him raise his babies. Do it for it's for civilization. We miss you, Elon and Doge. Oh wow, look at this. Well, look what's going on in Minnesota. They even finding Latin kings. They finding Bronx Puerto Ricans in Minnesota. I don't know what to believe anymore. This shit is just getting outrageous. Look, they also found the sharks. Look at this. ICE found the Sharks gang from West Side Story. MAGA has gone Maoist. Corporate America, real Trump turned interventionist. MAGA, MAGA, MAHA, MAHA, Mao, Mao Zedong, MAOGA, MAOGA, MAGA, Mala, Mala sauce, Mapo tofu, MAGA tofu, MAGA sauce. So, if for all you doubters and haters who didn't believe the $3 dinners, some reporters went and got it. Beat that, punks. Oh, this is so good. This is Trump. Americans to pay higher electricity bills because of data centers. No way, he says. Big tech companies building data centers must pay their own way. That says crazy Bernie Sanders could have said the same thing. Let's go back. Let's go back as Bernie Sanders reading that. Here I'm posting. Here I'm posting. Look at me. Look at me. I'm Bernie Sanders. I'm posting. Imagine now, me, Bernie Sanders, posting on Truth Social. I had my own social media company, whatever you want to call it, platform. I have my own. And I'm saying Americans are never going to pay higher electricity bills because of data centers. Okay? I would say that on my social media platform, company. And then I would say the big tech companies building data centers must pay their own way. They must pay their fair share. Imagine that. Imagine Bernie Sanders has a social media account. Crazy Bernie Sanders is the president. And then I tell ordinary Americans that I want the data centers, the billionaires and the trillionaires and the gazillionaires put all the electricity everywhere to power the data centers. I tell them they got to pay their fair share. Oh, so good. Crazy Bernie, crazy Don, crazy Donnie. What an unlikely bromance between Trump and Mom Donnie. Free buses. He doesn't want Americans paying. He doesn't want to pay Americans paying for too much for data centers, or he doesn't want them paying too much. $3 for. He doesn't want New Yorkers paying $3 for the bus either. Free buses. U.S. to pause immigrant visa process for nationals 75 countries. I never even heard of like 74 of them. Let's keep it going. Oh, this is great. President Trump said, look, he told Iran, don't kill anybody. Like 500 deaths later, he told them, don't kill anybody, and then they stopped killing people. Look at this. Just desperate, Vance. Just desperate to be President Vance. Read the Bible. Oh, what irony. Zoran was a communist, and now he's actually cutting red tape for small businesses. Halal guys don't have to have a halal inspection, and nor do they have to use the restroom. Wash their hands. They don't have to wash their hands after they use the restroom. They just go straight from the bathroom right to the cart. I saw this interesting on social media on the future of what we noted before about Claude, Anthropic's AI, about an option, now maybe kind of a liberation for middle class, that if you're middle class and facing an $800 plumber or electrician call, just use Claude. Because I love that I can take a picture and figure out everything I need to do to fix it. Oh, this is good. Billionaire Larry Ellison scrambles to rename Jan after coming to horrifying realization about its name. The name of the boat is something like Izanami. Izanami, but it's spelled backwards. It's I'm a Nazi. Oh, gosh. Nobody on his team could have told him anything about that. Oh, my God. I want to play another record. I want to play this. Record because Seattle is through, and I got inspired by some. Cool Seattle music. Really like Nirvana. Really Nirvana music. I love this. This is Nirvana. You know you're right. This is for Seattle. The oh the oh the oh.
I will never bother you. I will never promise to. I will never follow you. I will never bother you. Never I speak a word again. I will crawl away for good. I will move away from here. You won't be afraid of fear. Nothing was put into this, and always knew it would come to this. Things have never been so swell. I have never found a well. I no longer have to hide. Let's talk about someone else. Standing still begins to melt. Nothing really bothers her. She just wants to love and sound. I will move away from here. You won't be afraid of fear. The thought was put into this. I always know to come like this. Things have never been so swell.
So good. So good. That was for Seattle. That was for Seattle. Let's get a European perspective. Let's go to the Financial Times. Just gonna run kind of to the front page, but then we're gonna get something from an opinion from John Ganesh. I think that guy's really like a modern philosopher. He's great. He's got a great point of view on a lot of on a lot of the stuff. Amazing. My smartwatch made me weird. Just a nerd.
We're climbing in the age of AI.
I'm good for changing Iran, except it stopped.
Juan Manuel Santos, Colombia's former president.
The retelling of Brat Summer? No, thank you. Gonna bring up Kamala again? No, thanks. Keep that in your own country. Tariffs. Threat sharpens the chill in Greenland. America wants it, baby. We need it. Porsche sales hit 16-year low as China woes and sluggish electric orders bite. New favor for the Fed job after Trump swaps horses. I'm going to... Oh, wait. I'm going to skip here through... Here, go through these sections here, the markets, life and arts, the life and arts section. It is, keep going. Oh, here it is. This is Jana Ganesh. The right will want the United States of Europe. Go for it. The right will want the United States of Europe. Jana Ganesh. Citizen of nowhere. Oberon Waug, son of the novelist Evelyn, died a quarter of a century ago this month. Never likely to match the old man's sentence for sentence, he nonetheless plugged away a journalist. He had a respectable go at fiction, too, and unlike his father, straight down the line conservative, he had at least one interesting opinion. He was a right-wing pro-European. Wow. Almost everywhere, attitudes to Brussels tend to harden the further right you go on the political spectrum. Waug, Jr., fuck that rule. Seeing Europe as a potential fortress against American cultural influence and other modern barbarities. He liked the European project because he was reactionary, not despite it. The closest modern equivalent is Jeremy Clarkson, that unlikeliest of Remainers. Expect much more of this in future. In the future or in future? Right, above all the hard right, should favor United States of Europe, and over time I think it will, at least on the continent, if not in Britain. A unified Europe, cause that has long been associated with liberals, radical Democrats, and wimps, and nerds who wear smartwatches, will start to appeal to traditionalists as the only hope against brash, technologically ascendant superpowers to the West. America. Superpowers, America and China. Cultural survival. There's pedigree here. The essential oneness of Europe was a conservative theme. Think of Christendom. Before it was a liberal one. And the founding of the EU had Catholic tinge. Yeah. Robert Schuman, the father of Europe, is on course for beatification? Really? A decade or so ago, Europeans who cherished their nation's peculiarities could still tell themselves that Brussels was the muscles, the chief threat to them. Now there are scarier things in regulatory standardization. It won't be today's hard right that embraces Europe true. Marine Le Pen has softened her line in the EU to broaden her electoral appeal in France. Giorgia Meloni has been more cooperative with Brussels than ever was expected. Brits always efforts to make the strength of Euroscepticism on the continent hence the failure of Brexit set off a domino effect. But the Dupin generation cannot make the psychological leap from tolerating European integration to extolling it. The next generation might. An online subculture of pro-European propaganda has flourished of late. Some of it inspiring, some of it unnerving in its belligerence. It is to be expected of people who have grown up seeing their continent pushed around over tariffs, tech, and Greenland. I don't cheer this stuff on. My Europe is the technocratic one of Mario Draghi's speeches and court rulings against anti-competitive practices. But my discomfiture is precisely the point. There is no longer only a liberal case for a united continent, but one that is more about strength in numbers against external predators. When Waug said that he longed to be ruled by a junta of Belgian ticket inspectors, China was still a marginal challenge and the U.S. overwhelmingly friendly and nice and sweet and best pals.
Yeah, imagine his enthusiasm for that junta now. A hard right Euro-federalist, such a thing you will say, makes sense on paper but not in real life, like a Penrose triangle. Well, a decade ago it was just as hard to imagine a pro-Kremlin U.S. Republican, or even a highly protectionist one. It is possible for a movement to not just change its mind, but exactly reverse it. In fact, listen to the language of the hard right closely, and you will see that they are already part of the way towards the United States of Europe position. The current fashion for going on about European civilization or Western Civ 101 implicitly downgrades the nation state. Which self-respecting jingo in the 90s would have given a hoot about civilization? The unit that mattered was the country. People have slid into this way of talking without quite realizing its implications. If the culture that is under siege is at the continental scale, comprising hundreds, not tens of millions of people, then so too should be the government that is tasked with protecting it. No one European state is big enough in this world of hostile giants. When the hard right does eventually join the federalist bandwagon, some of us won't know whether to ask what kept you or jump straight off. This guy's good. He's got a good perspective on like what's happening. He connects the dots. Europe, the world, Europe, world, UK. Very good. Very, very good. Not gonna citizen of nowhere, and here's to you citizens of Greenland who will be American citizens. Here's an image of your future. Get ready for it. That's it for this week. January 17th. We can use way down. Buffalo lost a heartbreaker. The Denver's through Seattle. Hawk. They're through. Good luck, LA Rams. Good luck, Pope Leo's Bears. Good luck, Houston. And like, yeah, whatever, New England. Check in with me after midnight. Every Saturday.
After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight, we're gonna chug, look, and shine. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is all about. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. gonna shake your tambourine. After midnight, it's gonna be peaches and cream. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is, oh baby. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang. We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is, all laid back. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang.